Huling. Kawar, well, good athlete, European champion last year, Kawar. Koech, that's a Paul Kipsiele Koech, the third fastest man in history goes here. He's run 7:54, but only at 8:11 this year. Conceslos Kipruto, we saw him just now. There's Jager. Jager, who is a very calm and cool and collected character. Ezekiel Kemboy, the Olympic champion in London, and 8 years prior to that in Athens. 33 years old now, but three-time world champion Kemboy. His credentials cannot be questioned. The pacemakers, Harun Lagat and Lawrence Kemboy, Kipsang, as this is, give him his full name there to the left of picture. But Conceslos Kipruto, former world youth, world junior champion, 1:8:05 behind Kemboy and Pidech, and just ahead of Jager in Eugene. So where they go? Now Evan Jager, the long, loping stride, will want to stay with his pace, and he does so. Slots right up there into fourth place. The pacemakers in 1 and 2. And then I think that's Kipruto in third place. Pidech, the world number 1 at the moment. I haven't really mentioned him at the moment. He's a world number 2, the Commonwealth silver medalist. Perhaps the future of Kenyan steeplechase. He's just 22 years old. He ran 7:58 last year to become one of those 11 men under 8 minutes. And this does look quick. Jager at the moment in 5th place.
Yeah, it is quick, very, very quick indeed, and the evidence is the spread on that field at this early stage. And they'll be looking for an 8-minute pace, and it'll be very interesting to see who will take that. In the past, it has been Pidech, and he hasn't been able to hang on in the end, and he's been inside the 8-minute time barrier and then fallen outside of it. He's had far too much to do. Is there anyone here? Will Ezekiel Kemboy be able to do the business? What a run he had in Oslo. 10th in 8:30. Don't know what happened to him there, because in Eugene he won the race with 8:01. So there's all sorts of question marks in this race, but it should be a cracker.
Well, Kemboy has won here 4 times in the past. He won her in 2004, 2005, 2006 as well, and then a couple of years ago. Down the home straight in front of us now, see 6 laps to go this time. This quartet getting separated. Pidech in the light blue in 3rd place. Jager just loping along behind, much the taller of the athletes out there in the first 8 or 10 anyway, and looking very comfortable. He has quite a card up his sleeve, does Evan Jager, with that fabulous middle distance speed that he's developed. He was already a very good miler, 3:52 miler. And surprised himself and quite a few other people, I think, with that 3:32 in Portland just 3 weeks ago. Lagat leading then, doing a good job at the moment. Looking for 2:39 for the first kilometre. That obviously is just under 8-minute pace. 2:40 is 8-minute pace for each of the kilometres if they were to go the full distance that time. But 2:39 would bring them home in well under 8 minutes. And you're right, Stuart, this field absolutely spread eagle. Lagat and the Kipsang, the pacemakers up the front tent. And then it's a Pidech. And then Jager. Back in 5th place is Conceslos Kipruto. Then Ezekiel Kemboy, the Olympic champion, in 6th.
2:37.76 for the first kilometre, so it's inside what was asked for. But one would expect them to settle down in the mid part of this race and then to come again in the final 1,000 metres, but they're certainly on song. But what I like about Jager is the way in which he does compete. He won the American trial, as you said, 4th time. It's his 4th time, but he's gained so much in confidence. He's not afraid to run. He's not afraid to attack the Kenyans, and that's so good. He's an 8:4 man at his best, so he's inside that sort of territory at the moment. Whether he can stay with it, only time will tell.
Lagat's job done. The first kilometre almost world record pace. Kipsang clears that water jump along with Pidech and Jager in 3rd place. Ezekiel Kemboy has now moved into 4th place. Perhaps recognises the danger of this trio easing away from him. Conceslos Kipruto in 5th place. But it's very hard to accelerate when somebody's moving at under 8-minute tempo and actually gain on them. And that gap between Jager in 3rd and Kemboy, probably about 10 or 12 metres now as they go through with 4 laps to run.
Well, this is very, very entertaining indeed, and a very competitive race indeed, and it's Jager who is putting the pressure onto Birech. I must say it was surprising that Birech didn't win that Commonwealth Games. He dominated the season. He lost it to Jonathan Diku, another Kenyan who isn't in this race. We've seen him before this season, but Birech is certainly going to have some company in the latter stages of this race, but they're looking to be inside 5:18 after the first 2 kilometres. We'll get another guess then at how it's going, but it is very, very quick.
Kipsang's job was to lead to 2 kilometres in exactly 5:18. That's what, about 3/4 of a minute away. As Ezekiel Kemboy continues to try and close desperately. He's isolated now. He has eased himself away from the rest. But the trouble is, he's 12 or 14 metres down now on Evan Jager as they come through. It is Concepcion Kipruto in 5th place. And then just looking down there, I think it's Primin Kipruto in 6th. Koech, Paul Kipsiele, Koech, one of the fastest men ever, is back in 7th. But the gap between Jager in 3rd, left a picture, and Ezekiel Kemboy is growing. That's 20 metres now. 5:18, remember, we're looking for at 2 kilometres. Here it comes. Has Kipsang done a good job? I sense he has, although it may not be as quick as that lightning fast. 2:39.96, 5:17.72. Just about perfect at 2 kilometres. And Jager is just a picture of calm, isn't he, in 2nd place? Is it deceptive? Birech, he overtakes on the inside.
Well, this is confidence for you. He's going to have a go, isn't it? And Jager certainly wants to be the first man from the USA to get under 8 minutes in this event. I mean, goodness me, he's really going strong. And Birech, this is the first time I've seen Birech challenged at this stage in the race. And it's so good to see.
Jager then with just under 2 laps to run. Leads by 1.5 metres from Birech. Under pressure now. Birech, the diamond race leader. Big wins in Rabat and Oslo and Shanghai. He was 2nd in Eugene, remember, to Ezekiel Kemboy, who has been blown away by this tempo. Look at that gap. Kemboy is fully 35 metres, maybe 40 metres down now, as Evan Jager continues to look very calm with a lap and a half to run. Just loping, absolutely loping. If he could have a little glance around now and see Birech, I think he might start turning the screws. I just feel as though Birech is under a bit of pressure here. He is a 7:58 man from last year. I described him earlier as perhaps the future of Kenyan steeplechasing. But with 500 to run, has Jager got the beating of the little 22-year-old right behind him?
Still looking good. And Jager has that gap. Birech has had the opportunity of just sitting there behind him. When will he attack? Will he attack, and will he be able to attack?
Evan Jager then. Now he can begin to wind it up. He's got such long legs, such a long stride, that he never really looks like he's accelerating much, although there's a clear acceleration there from Jager and into the back straight, 300 metres to run. And Birech looks beaten. This is rare. Enjoy this if you're an American. Enjoy this if you like to see somebody get amongst the East Africans, the Kenyans in particular, who have utterly dominated the steeplechase year after year, decade after decade, in fact. 200 metres to run. Jager, well inside the last 200 metres. It's an inside water jump here. Negotiates that well the final time. Now turns into the straight. And this crowd here in the Stade de France appreciate what they're seeing, because Evan Jager is surely running for a sub-8-minute clocking here. He's gone down. Jager, get up. Concentrate. Move. Keep going. Birech heading for the line. He's going to take this. He cleared it well. I cannot believe it. Jager crosses the line. They're just outside 8 minutes, surely. What an utter disaster when 99.9% of the job was done for Evan Jager. A lack of concentration, so out of character, Stuart.
Well, he came high over that hurdle and his legs just collapsed under him when he came off the hurdle, off the barrier. He was so tired, he'd given absolutely everything. And that's such a shame. Birech will admire that performance by Jager. I know he will. He takes the win and he takes a sub-8 in 7:58.83. But I tell you what, this crowd will very much appreciate the performance of Evan Jager of the United States. It was a fabulous performance by him. He's got a personal best. He shakes his head. Well, he might. But nevertheless, that was a fantastic performance by him.
Well, I might leave Evan Jager with that feeling there's a job to be done. It might actually rebound and do them some benefit for these next few weeks training in Park City. The frustration, Stuart. Let's watch this again. He comes here, having destroyed Bidech over the last 200 metres, grabs that one with his left foot. The legs just buckle. He just clips it with his left back foot. And Bidech seizes the opportunity and sprints like mad for the line. Jager appears not to have hurt himself. Good for him, Stuart, to get up so quickly and run 8:00.45, an American record. But it's just that right leg collapsing beneath him and then the right foot scraping on the ground. Down he went. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. It's an unforgiving event, that's for sure.
Wow. Well, take breath on that.
Do you know, I remember...
Watch again, Tim. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Let's just watch again. It looks good. It comes down, his leg's gone. It just goes, look at that. There's nothing left. He's absolutely spent. He's given his all. He was on the journey of a sub-8, easily sub-8, well inside a 7:58. It was well inside. It was a terrific run. And that sheer, well, that look on his face tells you all. So sad in athletics terms for this young man. Brilliant performance, though.
Shades of Colin Rees taking a bronze medal at the World Championships in '83 when Henry Marsh crashed to the track at the final barrier, and Colin Rees famously, in his TV interview afterwards, was chuckling away, saying, well, you've got to clear the barriers, haven't you? And Evan Jager knows that in all too cruel a manner. Winning time, just for the record, 7:58.83. It is the fastest time in the world this year. Indeed, Jager ran faster than anybody else in the world this year prior to tonight. And that with the fall, can you believe? A meeting record. Jairus Kipchoge Beric then gets more Diamond League points for that win. Jager falling at the final barrier. Concesnos Kipruto third. A long way back, 8:09.90. The first 11 men below 8:20 tonight in that steeplechase. And of course, Bidech accruing another 4 points tonight. Kipruto on 5. Jager with just 2 points from his second place